Can a machine decide what is halal or haram in money? That's not just science fiction anymore. AI is already predicting markets, flagging fraud, and even giving medical advice. But here's the big question. Could it go one step further and issue fatwas on money? Think about it. Fatwas have always been the realm of scholars, steeped in centuries of tradition, law, and theology. But now, with the rise of AI, some believe machines can assist, or even replace, scholars in determining what is permissible in finance. Today, we're diving deep into the future of money, technology, and faith. Can AI truly understand the spiritual dimension of Islamic finance? Or is it just another shiny tool, powerful but limited? Virtual scholars and imams might be happen? Let's find out. The rise of AI in global finance. AI is no longer just a buzzword. In global finance, it is already everywhere. Banks are using AI to spot fraudulent transactions in real time. Investment firms rely on algorithms to trade stocks at lightning speed. And insurance companies feed AI systems millions of data points to predict risks with stunning accuracy. Every time you swipe your card or make an online transfer, AI is quietly checking if the transaction looks suspicious. It learns from patterns. It adapts to fraudsters' tricks. And it never sleeps. But AI is not only about security. It is also transforming investment. Algorithms can read global news headlines, analyze tweets, and then make trading decisions faster than any human. Some hedge funds are fully automated, with AI making calls on billions of dollars. This raises a natural question. If AI can already understand contracts, numbers, and financial risks, why couldn't it also screen transactions for compliance with Islamic law? In other words, could AI not only flag financial fraud, but also flag financial sin? The foundations of Islamic finance. Before we answer that, let's take a step back. Islamic finance is built on clear principles. No interest, what we call riba. No excessive uncertainty, known as gharar. And no investing in industries that are harmful, exploitative, or forbidden, such as gambling, alcohol, or weapons of mass destruction. On the surface, these may sound simple, but in practice, applying them is highly complex. Modern finance is full of contracts, derivatives, and cross-border deals. A single loan agreement can run into hundreds of pages, and within those pages, a subtle clause might shift the deal from halal to haram. This is where Shariah scholars come in. They interpret, they analyze, and they give rulings. Their fatwas guide banks, investors, and everyday Muslims on how to handle money ethically. So, can AI replace this human role, or at least assist it? Because while a scholar brings knowledge, conscience, and context, AI brings speed, memory, and pattern recognition at a scale humans cannot match. Can AI support Shariah compliance? Here's where things get interesting. AI may not be able to issue fatwas with full authority, but it is already proving useful in supporting Shariah compliance. For example, screening stocks. Islamic finance funds often invest in companies that meet certain Shariah conditions. That means no debt-heavy firms, no companies earning interest-based income, and none involved in prohibited industries. Doing this manually takes days or weeks. But AI can screen thousands of companies in minutes. It can analyze balance sheets, read annual reports, and even scan news articles for ethical red flags. Take the UAE and Malaysia. Both countries are experimenting with AI-driven Fintech platforms that automatically flag non-compliant assets. Some startups even use AI to create Shariah-compliant robo-advisors, digital assistants that help Muslims build halal investment portfolios. AI is also useful in contract analysis. Imagine a bank drafting hundreds of financing agreements. An AI system could read each one and detect hidden riba clauses or risky structures. And in consumer banking, AI can monitor millions of transactions, instantly identifying if a payment violates Shariah rules. So yes, AI can act as a powerful assistant to scholars and institutions. It can do the heavy lifting of data analysis. But what about replacing the scholars themselves? Can AI replace Shariah scholars? Some people dream of what they call the AI mufti, a digital scholar who could answer your religious finance questions 24/7. Type in, "Is this mortgage halal?" and instantly get a fatwa-like response. Sounds futuristic? It already exists in early form. Dubai's Islamic Affairs Department launched a fatwa chatbot That answers common questions. Malaysia has experimented with digital Shariah advisory boards, and Fintech companies have tested chatbots that guide Muslims through financial decisions. But here's the problem. Issuing a fatwa isn't just about scanning a rulebook. It's about understanding intention, context, and sometimes even personal circumstances. AI can read patterns, but it cannot grasp spirituality. It cannot weigh mercy, justice, and cultural nuances the way a human scholar can. And if trained on limited data, it risks being biased or even giving incorrect rulings. That's why most scholars warn. AI may be a tool, but it can never be a mufti. But what about replacing the scholars themselves? Ethical and theological concerns. There's also a deeper issue here. In Islam, money isn't just numbers. It carries intention, niyah. And niyah is something no machine can measure. Two people could make the same transaction, one with pure intention to support family, the other with intention to exploit. For AI, those transactions look identical. But for a scholar, the ethical difference is enormous. There is also the danger of over-reliance on technology. If Muslims start believing machines can issue fatwas, we risk reducing sacred rulings to cold calculations. Faith becomes software. Spirituality becomes coding. And what if AI is manipulated? If trained on biased data, it might issue rulings favoring certain banks or governments. That's not just inaccurate, it's dangerous. So while AI offers efficiency, it also raises profound questions. Should matters of the soul ever be outsourced to machines? The future of AI in Islamic finance. The future, it seems, lies not in AI replacing scholars, but in AI working alongside them. Think of it as a partnership. AI can process mountains of data, flagging potential issues. Scholars can then apply wisdom, context, and faith to make final judgments. This hybrid model could revolutionize Islamic finance. Imagine zakat distribution optimized by AI, ensuring funds reach the poorest with zero corruption, or microfinance loans analyzed by AI to minimize risk while staying within Shariah principles. Even global Islamic banks could benefit. Instead of waiting weeks for Shariah board approvals, AI could pre-analyze contracts, making the scholar's job faster and more precise. In this vision, AI becomes a servant of faith, not its master. A tool for fairness, not a replacement for wisdom. So can AI issue fatwas on money? The answer is, not really. At least, not in the way we understand fatwas today. AI can assist. It can speed up compliance. It can make banking more transparent and efficient. But it cannot replace the conscience, the context, and the spirituality of human scholars. Because machines can count money, but they cannot feel the soul of money. Still, the future is exciting. AI will continue to reshape Islamic finance. The challenge will be to use it as a servant of justice and ethics, not as a substitute for human faith. And now let me ask you, would you trust an AI-generated fatwa on your money? Or do you believe this will always remain the work of human scholars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on the future of Islamic finance.